Photoshop tutorial, we're going to show you how to use the color replacement tool and how to create a tinting effect on your pictures. I'm going to go ahead and use this lovely wind picture that I have here, and one of the things that I'd like to do first is to duplicate the original document so that I have a backup copy of the original document in case I need to go back to it later on. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this document the old-fashioned way by clicking on Layer, Duplicate Layer, and I'm just going to call it Winterwear Copy and click OK. So now that I have a duplicate copy to work on, I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, and Hue Saturation. You're going to get a little pop-up window that's going to help you with the tinting process. By default, the preview box is already checked, and that's very convenient because as you start making your choices, it will allow to see what's going on in the pictures that you have a better idea. So I'm going to leave that checked, but I'm also going to check the colorize option. Notice that as soon as I click on the box, the entire color of the picture has changed. The tinting process has already begun. Let's get started with the hue. Now, since this is a wind picture, I perhaps want to find something that's a little bit blue, like so. Now, I like this because it looks a bit more darker and it looks a bit blue. Sort of grayish. It looks more winter-like. Then we move on to saturation. Saturation, it just allows you to set how deep the tone do you want in the color. If you go all the way to the right, it looks too much. This is too much. I want it blue, but not that deep shade. So I'm going to find a color that just complements the picture I'm working with. Like this one here, and I'm going to leave it there. And then the last thing we have to work on is the lightness. This is the part of where you can make your picture look a bit darker or lighter depending on what you have there. So if you move left or right, you can accomplish different things. So I'm going to just make it just a little bit darker, and with this lightness, the picture looks much better. So I'm going to click OK now to accept the changes. Notice that all the things that you have done here, they haven't been accepted yet. So if you exit out of this window, nothing will happen. But if you click OK, then all the changes that you have made will be accepted, and now we have tinted our entire project like you see here. Now, let me show you the before and after. I'm going to go ahead and just cut this picture in half so that you can see the original here and the tinted portion of it to your right. And you can see there's a difference, and I do believe that the tinted picture looks a little bit nicer because it gives you more of a sense of winter. Now, what happens if what I want to do is just change the color of an object? I want to match a particular object to a project I'm working with, but I don't want the entire picture, like here, to change its color. How do we accomplish that? Well, for that, we're going to do something else. This is one of those instances when you have a particular drawing that it looks perfect for the project you have in mind. It's just that the colors in it is not exactly what you would like, and you would like to be able to change it a little, but sometimes when you make some changes to it, the texture of the document changes and you can easily see that you've made some changes to it, and there is a nicer, better way to accomplish this color change within Photoshop, and I'm going to show you what that is. If you click on the brush tool, you will have access to a tool that is called color replacement tool. If you click on that, we're going to go ahead and select it. I have opened this document here, and I have made a copy of it already, so I'm ready to begin the replacement color process. But I'm going to show you what this is going to do first. Notice that all three flowers here are all orange, and perhaps I would like them to be with different colors, because I'm building a document that is going to be full with colors and textures, and I will much rather have these little flowers in different colors. So I'm going to go ahead and select the first flower. Well, actually, I don't have to select it. All I have to do is just work on it. So I'm going to click on my colors here and select the first color I want to use on the little flowers. I'm going to use a pink color here. So notice now that in this brush it's a little bit bigger. If you look at the petals here, they're much smaller than the actual brush itself. And then if you look in the center of my brush, there is a little plus sign. Well, all you have to do is make sure that the plus sign stays within the areas that we want to color, so that nothing else gets its color replaced. So I'm just going to go ahead and begin brushing around, making sure that I don't get into any areas that I don't want to color. What Photoshop is doing is just trying to figure out the colors that you want to replace, and it immediately matches those colors to what you have in your canvas, which in this case is pink. Notice that even though the brush seems to be hovering on the branch is not being colored. And the same thing happens in the center. So you can just go around making sure that you have covered all the spots that you want. And then once you're done, then you have a completely different color there, and the texture of the picture did not change at all. It remained the same. We just sort of like replaced the color in it. Now let's go ahead and select a different color for the one in the middle. So I'm going to select a purple one. I'm just choosing colors that you can easily see on this video, so you basically can change this to anything you want. And again, I'm going to repeat the process here. I'm going to go around the little flower, just brushing all the little corners, making sure that I stay within the color to avoid spilling over. You can also, if you prefer to have the center of the flower color as well, you can just go ahead and paint over it, and then you get the same color on top of it as well. Now, for the last one, I'm going to do something a bit different. Let's say that I want this little flower to be orange, but I just want a deeper shade of orange. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up the colors here, and first thing I'm going to do is sample the color in the little flower so that I know which color do I have, and then I'm just going to select a deeper, richer color and click OK, and I can go about painting the last little flower. And I don't know if you can tell here, but the new color on this little flower is much deeper, much richer. And with these, basically I have changed the colors on individual objects within the picture, but I didn't affect the rest of it. I only replaced the color of the objects that I wanted to change the color on, and the ones that I did not do anything on, they basically got ignored. In this case, I'm talking about the little branch on the little leaves that did not get changed at all. They remained in their original color. And I hope that after watching this little video, you get a sense of what these things can do for you and how easy it is to change the color in your embellishments and things. And with this, hopefully, you will be able to match the colors that you need on your next project. Thank you for visiting.